The phrase, "for the love of the game," illuminates the deep-rooted, unwavering dedication that athletes have for their sport. It transcends the physical effort and rather encompasses the emotional, mental, and spiritual connection between an athlete and their game. It represents the commitment that pushes athletes to push past their limits, overcome fears, and persist even when faced with adversity. It involves the pure bliss derived from playing the sport you love, the relationships formed along the way with teammates and coaches, and the overall personal growth which is attained through the relentless pursuit of excellence. While a strong attachment to one sport can be a source of motivation and purpose, it's important for athletes to recognize the potential downside. Athletes often tie their self-worth to their accomplishments, improvements, and outcome in the sport. Thus, when something in their sport goes wrong, such as an injury, bad game, or burnout, it can cause their sense of self-worth to feel compromised. Oftentimes, feelings of having nothing to offer, being inadequate, and feeling unsure of their value in life can negatively affect the individual's mental health. With that being said, athletes should work diligently to maintain a balanced and healthy identity that goes beyond their athletic achievements. In the world of sports, the journey from a child's passion for a sport to becoming a collegiate athlete is often filled with challenges, triumphs, and a multitude of life lessons. This narrative explores the remarkable journey of me, Kennedy Hansberry, a girl whose love for basketball became the defining thread in the fabric of my life, interwoven with moments of self-discovery, mental health struggles, and ultimate triumph. At the tender age of 10, a little girl stood at a crossroads, torn between two choices, cheerleading or basketball. Growing up surrounded by brothers, the choice was clear: basketball it was. This decision ignited a lifelong love affair with the sport. With both parents sharing a combined passion for basketball, it seemed almost predestined. Beginning in a recreational league, my father took on the role as my coach. This marked the start of a unique, yet sometimes challenging, father-daughter relationship.
So for me, I may have been a little hard on you because I didn't want anybody to think that I was favoring you or you were getting any special privileges or treatment. Sometimes maybe a little harder for you.
From the ages of 10 to 15, my love for the game blossomed, revealing a hidden potential that could propel me to reaching my highest dreams. High school began in 2014, marking a new chapter. I joined the varsity team as a freshman, together with my best friend, Annie, a friend I made through basketball. I learned a lot from the upperclassmen and was on the journey of working my way up. As time went on, letters from colleges started coming in, marking the beginning of my dream to earn a full-ride scholarship to a D1 university.
Kids having so much pressure on them as far as competitively competing for scholarships, which kind of takes a toll on their mental because there's not that many scholarships and they're out there competing, working hard, and to be told no or not to be offered a scholarship can be devastating for a young kid.
A lot of my inspiration came from growing up watching Skylar Diggins during her years at Notre Dame. Junior year arrived with high hopes of leading my team to a state championship, but fate had a cruel twist in store. I ended up tearing my ACL and meniscus in my left knee right before my junior season began. The injury was devastating, and the road to recovery was very long, painful, and mentally taxing.
And you suffered a career-ending injury at the beginning of that season. It was crushing for both your spirit, your mental well-being, and your physical. It was a lot to nurse you back to a good space even after you healed physically.
I ended up reaching rock bottom, but it was then when I had to lean on a higher power. It was during this period of vulnerability where I was able to focus on my relationship with God and rely heavily on my faith to help get me through this tough time. With hard work, determination, and leaning on my faith, I was fortunate enough to come back from my injury in a record-breaking recovery time of 6.5 months. I was able to return to sport just in time for my final AAU season and secured a scholarship to Loyola University New Orleans in my very last AAU tournament of the season. It was a true testament to my resilience not only as an athlete but as a human being. Although being injured sucked, I believe the process showed strength in me that I never knew I had, and I'm grateful for what it taught me. However, the transition back to high school basketball was spoiled by a coach who no longer seemed to believe in my abilities as a player. The emotional abuse took an extreme toll on my confidence. Despite the odds, I soldiered on, focusing on the bigger picture, winning a state championship with my team. As fate would have it, we achieved that goal. However, my confidence on the basketball court took a severe hit. The lack of confidence took a toll on my game and in turn my mental health. Many athletes can attest that if their mental state is not in the right place, no amount of physical effort will prevent a decline in performance. Going into college, I had a lot of confidence to build. I faced the daunting prospect of a new position, shifting from shooting guard to point guard. College basketball was an entirely different ballgame, faster, more complex, and mentally demanding. My nerves ran high, but luckily this time I had a coach that believed in me and my abilities and wanted to see me succeed.
It's a huge part of what I think we try to do as coaches to help athletes be their best and perform their best and manage the rigors of college in so many different ways.
Throughout my collegiate journey, my confidence grew slowly but surely. With the right balance of talent, hard work, and a newfound confidence, I was able to achieve a string of accolades, including both Player of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year. However, being a college athlete was far from easy. The demanding schedule, coupled with the pressure to perform at peak levels, often took a toll on my mental health.
What I've observed, and I kind of stated it earlier, is that navigating school and ball and sport was enough in and of itself. And there's like some anxiety and comparison and performance things where if you don't perform well, those same people that may be giving you opportunities and following you and giving you likes and stuff are the same people that are commenting in your DMs, threatening your life.
It was during these trials that I discovered the importance of mental health resources, including a sports psychologist who played a pivotal role in my success. As my college career drew to a close, another devastating injury occurred, casting a shadow of uncertainty over my plans for my future in basketball. It was a harsh reality to confront, watching some of my friends and teammates live the dream I had envisioned for myself. But like anything else I've gone through in life, everything works itself out in due time, so why would this time be any different? Now in a transitional phase, I'm in the process of navigating the daunting life after sports period, where uncertainty looms large. It can be extremely challenging to redefine your identity outside of sport, especially when being an athlete is what everyone has come to know and love you for.
Beyond therapy and beyond one-on-one consult, like helping the athletes explore who they are outside of sport, I think is also mental health. And I don't think a lot of people talk about it in that light, but it's showing them more of who they are beyond sport.
For me, it's been a journey of self-discovery and redefining my identity beyond the court. In this journey, one truth shines bright. It's okay to not be okay. Mental health matters, and athletes too are human. This story serves as a beacon illuminating the struggles, triumphs, and the resilience of the human spirit, all for the love of the game.